So this is Heroquest Miniature Chronicles. We are painting Heroquest. I started playing that the other day with my wife, and I figured I'd start working on some of the terrain because it's kind of easy, it's kind of nice, and it's simple. So for the doorways, yeah, I took the part, I primed it black with a airbrush from Army Painter, the air paint for black. I dry brushed gray from TT Combat for Admiralty Gray. Then I dry brush for the TT Combat white on top. You can use your own gray, you can use your own white. Not really a preference. And then I added a black wash from TT Combat because I don't have any more of. I don't have known oil anymore. I got rid of that because I like their washes. They're nice. But and then I'm gonna go in with some green on the vines, some dark green. The only thing I did was I took I believe it was Company Gray by Warpaint Fanatic. I love their little range from like black to the lightest. It has immensely helped me with Laren because I'm not the best, but having the colors close to the image of what you're doing is fantastic. So I took that. I did a little symbol on the head here, which is white. I did on both sides. I'm not gonna paint this part right here because I just wanted that to pop. But we're gonna do green. I think I'm gonna do like the green skin one, and then I'm gonna go up from there with the elegant hunt, and then the just the wild green is like a form of paint. And this is the brightest color for that, which is ferocious green. 34. Okay. And then we've got this one I'm gonna paint. For those I might use some decals I have from the old GW for like skulls with the transfers. I might do that. Got the altar dry brushed. I love the models for Heroquest. They're a little softer, so like some of the heroes, I tried speed painting a goblin. He didn't come out well. And then we got these raptors I've started, and actually the next color I'm gonna put on there is this abyssal blue. On the blue, his fur and his hair, they're all red. And then the green I've already layered up once with the Guardian green, as you can see there. I started with the Angel green, and then I'm gonna do I did the Guardian green next. And my next color after that, to keep the blend going, I'm gonna do the green skin green. And this color range they're deep greens, so it's gonna give you that nice layer to go up. You don't have to do it that way. I just choose to. That seems pretty nice. So let me get this shooken up real quick. We started playing. We failed the first quest because we tried just with 2 heroes, and playing Baxley the Explorer, which is a dwarf male, and then she had chosen a berserker. And the berserker's good. Yeah, it does a lot of damage, has a lot of health, but didn't really, help us in the moment. We got to the last room where Felmarg is, and for the first tutorial quest, and we got our asses kicked. The second time we started last night, so I was like, let me play a elf, or no, she played an elf. I played a wizard. I said this should give us a little more, because we're playing 2 people each. I said this should give us a nice leg up on the game. So we tried it, and my tablet, I forgot to charge it because I have the app for the game. I was like, oh, it died right when we got to the second to last area for Felmark. And I'm like, I don't know if it's gonna keep that. I haven't turned my tablet on today to see if we're still gonna be in the same spot. But I kind of hope we are, because I like to have at least one game finished. And then, we've been doing some videos for Hobby Hangout, which is nice. Just me and her painting some terrain and stuff, and just getting some stuff done and just chatting amongst ourselves. Again, we don't give each other enough time to talk, and yet we're married. But it's fun doing Hobby Hangout. I like enjoying my time with her. The fact that she likes doing that is fun. The last 2 weeks, I've failed to put out videos just because of life gets in the way. Everything else gets in the way. But today's video will be the start of Heroquest. Because I've been thinking about, like, what should I paint? With all my minis, I don't know what to paint. I have kind of a list of, like, where I'm going with my minis and stuff, and, like, what I'm doing. Lately, I've been focusing on Warcrow. I'm trying to get that all painted so I can start playing games. I still haven't done a battle report for Fallout. I have terrain painted. I don't think I have all the guys painted, which, of course, no. Haven't done. This is the most painting I've probably done, with a little bit of blue I've done on the raptor, and the little bit I've done with the other stuff dry brushing. Did you know what came out this weekend? Borderlands 4 came out this weekend, and I've been playing it, and I love it. It's a great game. I haven't got very far in it. Got maybe 7 hours, so I'm still in, like, the first area. Claptrap is a charm as always. But so as you can see, I'm not trying to hit the dark spots where, the skin is. I'm just hitting the tops where I'm assuming the light would hit the most. These minis are pretty nice. Yeah, they're a softer plastic, but I'll tell you what, they are nice. I've been buying up that collection, and I just got the Spirit of the Queen to get the last expansion. Then I'm all caught up, and it's pretty cool. I'm trying to consolidate it to make it all fit in the box, and right now I've got the main box and, like, 2 boxes with minis and the terrain. There is actually quite a bit for the stuff. Game is easy, yeah, and it's nice for a dungeon crawler. I like that each pack they give you 10 missions. So, I mean, you're talking so much content with that. I've counted up already. I've got 120 missions, and it'd be nice to have a group that would come over every day, not every day, but every week, every 2 weeks, just to, like, hey, let's play a game. Let's get through 2 missions. Okay, well, we're gonna do 2 missions. That's cool. I would like that, to have that commitment of a group. Because I am in a group that we play, and the commitment from them is just amazing. Even though the light's not hitting the leg in here, I still want to get some paint on it so it looks somewhat fresh on them. But the commitment from people, I'm not saying my group's bad, but I want that commitment of like, hey, let's go over Adam's house and play a game. I did try running a group, and we would play every month, and it got taken over real quick, you know. And it is hard as an adult, you know, because you have adult stuff to do. You have adult chores. You have stupid shit, stupid stuff. Um, it's just life just gets in the way of everything of having fun. It's like, man, and then people are like, oh, why don't we hang out more? Why don't we? Well, we don't have time. You know, all our time is tied up in the work, 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 work. That's all it is. I probably shouldn't paint those blue, but I'm gonna paint them red. That's okay. I'm liking that blue. I did another blue on the dino, or on a character I painted for the one game. And their other vivid line is it's called Vivid Blue, and I did not expect the color that came from them. Like, wow, that is super bright. Hopefully, I can tone that down. You know, so this is Title Blue. It is the third from the darkest. And then another thing I've been doing is I've been trying to get better at painting for some of the stuff myself. So I've been buying, you know, what are called ghost brushes. They're Chinese made, but they are good. I've just been, you know, taking my time and just layering it up basically as you go. Ooh, I like this. I'm just gonna hit where I think the light would hit them. Like another game I've been buying Dark Souls. I've been getting that all caught up. I just bought the character expansion and the Dark Root and the Iron Kingdom, our Iron Keep tile set yesterday. Or I got them in the mail yesterday. And that is minis I do plan on painting. Unfortunately, I don't feel like there's a lot of colors. Like, I guess that would be testing my blacks and grays and silvers and seeing how those all come together. Because I was like, you know, painting small and Ornstein, I'm like, they don't, I mean, they're gold. I don't know, unless I learn non metallic metal to paint them, but don't necessarily need to learn that. You just paint them gold. I've been buying that game so I can finish it. I've been buying the games that I have still expansions to buy because I'm trying to, if I can finish the game, then I know it's 100% complete, and then I don't have to worry if the game stops producing. Yeah. And granted, I've only played like maybe 5 minutes of that game. Yeah, because I wanted to set it up one night, and then I'm like, I got distracted with something else, so I started playing something else. And I didn't really get to actually sit down and enjoy it. I have a lot of games right now. The next one after the Dark Souls is probably gonna be Horizon Zero Dawn, and I haven't tried that game. I basically bought it because the minis look cool, and you get some big creatures. And then I played the PlayStation game, so I thought that was really cool. And I know the one guy that is my wife's sister's husband. He probably liked that game because he played the video game and he liked it. So I think he'll like that game. I just want to get all of it for it before I start playing it. Now, it's not a bad color. This one blends in nice with that second color. That's that Speed Fanatic or Warpaint Fanatic line. That's their color chart. Yeah, I love that color chart. It's been helping me, you know, layer my paints better. I'll show you some of the other guys I've been working on. Been working on Warcrow, and you'll probably see this in other videos. I would really like to start making Warcrow battle reports. I've got the Winds of the North with the black hedge of me. And then I'm waiting on my starter for uh, this, the Song of Dormant, which comes with the Feudum and the Yaldabaoth, which are the monsters, or Yaldabaoth, if that's how you say it. So I'm looking forward to that. The models look really nice. I just got them all primed, dry brushed with the Zenithal highlight, and they came out pretty good. Now, that's one that I'm not 100% good on still, is dry brushing. Even though I've watched videos, I've watched, YouTube artists, stuff like that, show you how to dry brush, and I'm not perfect at it, but it comes out good. Yeah, I'm not disappointed. But when I'm also watching them, I'm not watching them when I uh, do it. Like, I'm not doing it while I'm watching them. I'm watching it, and then a day later I'll come back and do it. I think I put too much paint. I like these little raptor models. I was hoping in the Jungles of delthrak expansion from Heroquest, and I had opened it already because I looked at them. I always open my boxes when I first get them just to see the models and the cards and stuff. But I'm like, I was expecting more spiders. But I'm like, okay, I'm cool with you know, I'm cool with you know, the raptors. There's a serpent and there is one big spider, but I was expecting I was hoping for more smaller. So right now I'm gonna use the third color for green skin, which is because I've already layered the guardian green and the angel green. So now I'm gonna do the green skin on the green to get it to pop more. One thing I've been trying to do a little more is, thin the paints and be a little better. Oh wow, that really does pop. Yeah, it's keeping right along with that blue almost. I'm just kind of blending it in. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Yeah, that's. I've been buying this paint line, and I will say, you know, I buy. I'll buy any paint line, I guess, instead of trying to stick with one because I did hear, you know, you can't just stick with one. With as many colors and variations of colors there are out there, it's like, why stick with one paint line? You know, yeah, they're expensive to buy more and more paint lines, but when you got all these nice colors to choose from, and you're painting, and you're layering and colors and all that, I think it, you know, makes it more nicer to have more colors. The more colors you have, the more options, the more layers, you know, stuff like that. I'm just going around and hitting the places where I'm making it the brighter. And even if the light doesn't hit it, that's okay. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Yeah, I'm not perfect at lighting. I've been reading uh, technique books and stuff to help me get a little bit more better at color theory, lighting. You know, I don't come from an artsy background. My main job is a cabinet maker, so I build cabinets for a living. So, yeah, I can build. I can, you know, I can paint, but most of all my painting has been self-taught over the last, it's 2025. I started in probably 2018, 2019 with Kings of War Armada. Again, one of my favorite games. If you ever get a chance to try that game, try it. It's naval combat, but it's also fantasy. And then a game that I haven't got to try that I want to try, Kings of War Armada. Or, not Kings of War. Wow. Said the same thing twice now. It's Kings of War Champions. I have bought some of the Kings of War stuff. So now we're going to use Phalanx Blue. It's the fourth higher light for the blue. Then, ooh, it'll be a bright. I'll go drop my brushes and stuff. Okay. Alright. Let's go blue on there. Let's see how it looks. Ooh. That blue does bring it out a little nicer. Kind of blends in with that green pretty nice too. That's one thing I like about the Fanatic paints is it just pops. You know, their nice little line of 6 paints is like, you know, yeah, you can layer more and more colors. You could light it up more, but I feel it's a pretty solid line. You know, I just get some paint on there. I would like to do the next video with the red, but I'm not done with the blue. And as you can see, I'm just kind of hidden where I think the brightest parts are. Back of the neck. I think that's all I'm going to hit on that. Maybe the light hit his foot a little. Another game I've been trying to get back into, and I haven't not done it, but it's Conquest. I bought the already when they came out, and I keep telling myself I'm gonna get back in and start playing that at my local game store, but I keep forgetting to read the book. So I'm like, well, let me read the Spires updated stuff, and Spires was the first faction I started with, and I was like, all right, I'll read that and I'll get back in on Thursdays and playing. Thursday rolls around and I'm doing other stuff. I've also been having trouble sleeping lately, which one of the worst things you can have happen. I don't know what the loss of sleep is from. Like I'm not stressed about anything. Been doing pretty good health wise, and I'll be tired when I go to lay down, and then when I lay down, it's like it all disappears. And then I miss, a day of work because of it. And then, it's funny, I tell some of my coworkers, and they're like, oh, you had trouble sleep, you can't sleep. Like, you don't understand. Like, it's not because I'm losing sleep, it's because I can't sleep. You know, I don't know what is wrong that my body's not, like, unless I'm developing insomnia, which sucks if I am. Alright, so this will be the last. You know what? I'll make this video a little long. We'll keep going. Because I really do want to do that, and I don't know if I'm going to do the Aqua. Still got two more green colors to go through, too. Okay. Oh, wow. It really does pop. Yeah, it looks nice. Well, I mean, I want to get better at doing, like, the grays and the blacks before I attempt to do the Dark Soul minis, because, I mean, they're in a dark world, so, I mean, what I'm doing here is I'm just hitting the top where the light's going to come, and that's actually looking pretty good. Like, I'm not worried about going down further, I'm just doing it where I think the light is hitting the raptor. And again, you don't have to follow mine. This is just showing you how I paint it, my skills. I'm no better than anyone else with what I do and stuff. I'm just showing you a different way you can paint it, stuff like that. I had too much paint on my brush. Too much water. That's another thing I've been messing up on, is like I've been loading up my brush and I get too much water on it, and I'm like, that becomes runny and looks kind of bad, but still, it'll look okay. I like how it helps it smooth out stuff, but you get too much on there and it can create a mess of trouble. So I've been just trying to like grab just a little bit, and if I have to go back and dip it in a couple times, I do that. But you'll probably start seeing me paint a little bit more Heroquest stuff, monsters, the heroes, all the stuff like that. You'll probably see some Dark Souls. I'm gonna try my damnedest to get a battle report out for Fallout. Just again, life gets in the way and don't have the time. Does not look bad at all. Some of the scales look a little rough, but I actually like it. So last thing I want to do is I want to hit, trying to get his stuff done. Now, this is the brightest blue. This is the Aegis Aqua, and it's the brightest layer. I'm not gonna switch out my brush. I'm just gonna use the one, and I'm just gonna gently. I'm gonna try to just hit the edge highlights on the spine. Yep, that's exactly. This one I'm just gonna probably use on the neck and the spine. I'm never gonna tell you how to, paint your minis. Never gonna tell you you're doing bad. These videos are just to show you how I paint them, and if you don't like them, just move on to the next one. Yeah, I'm no master painter. Again, I've only been doing it so long, so I still learn as I go, and I will say I like the blues. I guess in the next one I'll finish the greens and I'll start doing the reds. The reds should tie it all together, but I'm not gonna do any washes on it because I like the way it looks. And then, your darkest parts. Again, I'm no master, but this is me showing you how I paint the miniatures my way with the paints, I use. None of my paints, I've bought all my paints myself. Not telling you there's good or bad paint line. Uh, you need to choose that for yourself. My opinion is don't limit yourself to one when there's so much choice out there. There's so much different colors, so much different paint lines. Choosing one's like choosing Twinkies over ding dongs. You just, no, you can't do it. You need both. But uh so this is first part of HeroQuest mini paintings. You'll see more. Um this is painted from the Fanatic Warlines. And this is the Warcrow mini. Yeah. Those are the reds. Those are warm reds that I did on his pants. Uh, the blues. There's a silver. that I have from TT Combat that I used, and then I used gunmetal. Then I used the glaze blue I have from Creature Caster or Cuttlefish Colors. And then the greens were a brighter green line from the Warpaint Fanatic range. And then not so much done on the. Still learning to try to do the metal on the thing, but tried copying his Red Scar, which turned out a little big, but I like it. Came out good. These were also done with both TT Combat paints and the Warpaint Fanatics. Then the metal I tried doing the reflection on the turquoise. Because in the image it's all kind of glowing, and that's what I was trying to go for. Learning process. The oranges, her armor looks a lot more bronze on the image, but I ended up going with more of an orangish look, rusted look, metallic kind of look. I like the way it came out. And then the next one is that, and those are for the Warcrow Adventures minigame. This is the warm grays colors, and that you can see the darkest color in the fold, and then there's the brightest color. I love those warm grays. Those are really nice. And then I did the cloak, which iffy on the purples because it goes kind of dark, and then it hits you with a real light purple. And it's like I only went maybe 4 levels on that one. I stopped because it still looks good, but I'm not disappointed by it. But I think I would have liked the color to blend a little more before it got lighter. But again, that's just me showing you. Stay tuned for the next Heroquest. How to paint. I'll be doing the red on the raptor, and then I'll show you the vine. I'll do the vines on another video. Maybe this one on another video, and other stuff. But this is Obvious Miniature Chronicles. Like and subscribe if you like this stuff. Leave a comment. Tell me what you'd like to see. Let me know your opinions. I'm up for any kind of criticism. That's the only way you get better. So, until next time.